Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Before I get started this morning, just a couple things to mention. The first one is I just want to mention that the week ahead readings will be out tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. So be sure to check those out. I also just wanted to mention to everybody, especially anybody who is coming in. First of all, I do have a Facebook group. It is a private group called Rising Hawk Tarot and Spiritual Group. So feel free to find me on Facebook. I do a private reading. So I will put my contact information, uh, or I will try to attach my contact information into the comments at some point. So good morning, Anita, and good morning, Cheryl. Let's go ahead and get started with you guys this morning. We'll start with Anita and then Cheryl. Today, I am using the 1909 Tarot and the Angel Tarot. So let's see what's going on for Anita today. Woo! All right, jumpity jumpity. But we had that one that wanted to turn up. So we are going to pull that one out for you there, Anita. All right. So for you this morning, Anita, you have the Four of Cups, the Six of Earth, and you have the Empress. And the Empress, this is the one that wanted to jump out for you this morning. So I'm going to start with the Four of Cups for you this morning. So the Four of Cups can be a card of disappointments, but it's also can be a card of um, an opportunity. I feel like there is an opportunity. And again, the idea with the Four of Cups is that, again, this guy is, he's tried to manifest something a couple times and it hasn't quite worked out for him the way that he was hoping. So he's quite disappointed. And because he's focusing on those disappointments, he's not seeing this new opportunity that is being gifted to him from spirit. So again, I do feel like you could have an opportunity for you, but Spirit is saying, like, don't focus on the disappointments today, Anita. Focus on the opportunities. And then you also have the Six of Earth. So this is my card of like take a penny, leave a penny. So it's like it's a card of giving and receiving. Um, and it's also a card of managing your resources. It's like knowing where to put your resources so that they are balanced, because it is also a card of balance. So I feel like you could be I feel like you could be experiencing both of these things, Anita. You could be experiencing the give and take today, right? So, and again, I feel like it's really in balance. Like you are giving and you are receiving today, which is really beautiful. And then you also have the Empress. And the Empress, first of all, it is the mother energy of the tarot. And I do find it interesting because your mother is there with you for the weekend. But what's interesting about this Empress and the energy that I'm getting off of it is the Empress is very nurturing, very caring, and very loving. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of that between you and your mother this weekend. There's going to be a lot of caring, a lot of nurturing. And between the two of you, I actually feel like you could be birthing something this weekend, if you know what I mean, like bringing something into existence. So, again, I love the energy. And again, don't be focusing on any of the disappointments that have happened over the past little while. Look at the opportunities and really be focusing on that give and take energy today, Anita. I hope that is helpful for you. All right. Next, we will do Cheryl. Even though Cheryl was kind of in that reading, we'll still give Cheryl her own reading. It's probably because you guys are together, so your energies are kind of mingling right now. But let's see what's going on for Cheryl today. All right. So for you this morning, Cheryl, we have the Four of Wands and we have the Knight of Earth, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. So I find, so it's interesting because I just said that you and Anita could be birthing something today. And the Knight of Earth is a card of planting seeds. Um, and it's a card of getting started on something like, so the Knight of Pentacles can actually be kind of a bit of a slow moving energy. Like in the traditional tarot, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that isn't moving, that is standing still. And again, I kind of feel like you need a little bit of that stillness right now, but not, not stillness as in not doing anything, but stillness is in just being, if you know what I mean. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say there, Cheryl. But I do feel like this today and this weekend is a good time for you to be planting seeds, planting ideas, getting things started. And then you also have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands, first, it's a card of celebration. It's a card of achievement. Um, it's actually all also like, like these Four of Wands kind of represent a finish line, right? And these people on the card are already on the other side. So they have already won, right? And that's kind of the message that's coming, through for you today is, if you plant these seeds this weekend, Cheryl, you've already won. Like victory is almost guaranteed. So, I hope that is helpful for you today, Cheryl. All right. There's nobody else watching live, but I do have a couple people who have requested readings. So I will go ahead and read some of those. Next, we have Brenda. Oh, and good morning, Lee. I will do yours right after Brenda. All right. Right. So for you this morning, Brenda, we have the Four of Swords, um, and we have the Nine of Earth. Hmm. Okay. Um, so I'm going to start with that Four of Swords for you this morning, Brenda. So the Four of Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, and recovering. So I do feel like you are going to need some of that. And actually, with the Nine of Earth here, Brenda, so the Nine of Earth, um, so I'm kind of feeling like you need a little bit of alone time, right? You need some alone time, first of all, to rest and relax. But, the Nine of Earth or the Nine of Pentacles, this can be a card of focus as well. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, like, you need some time alone, like almost like a reset is kind of what I'm feeling for you, Brenda. You need to take some time alone, do a little reset, do a little meditation, some grounding maybe would probably be a good idea. Um, and Yeah, I feel like there is something that you are focusing on, and Spirit is asking you to change your focus. Okay, it's like you're focusing on the wrong thing. Is the message that's coming through? So again, I would spend some time alone, resting. Like I said, perhaps doing a little bit of meditation and grounding, and just yeah, see where your focus is at. Um, and if there is something else that would be better served focusing on. So I hope that is helpful for you today, Brenda. uh, okay. Good morning, Divinity. So next we have Lee. Let's see what is going on for Lee today. So for you this morning, Lee, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Earth. So I'll start with that Knight of Earth. Again, like I said just a few minutes ago with the Knight of Earth, um, this is a card of planting seeds. It's a card that says you need to get moving on something. There is something that, yeah, you need to get started on. You need to start making forward movement with, even if it's just baby steps. Again, the Knight of Earth is a very slow moving card, so it doesn't say that you have to rush anything, but Spirit is asking for forward movement, that you have to start taking steps towards whatever this goal or idea is that you have. And then you have the King of Pentacles. And, one of the things that, one of like I call this like having the Midas touch. Sometimes, like everything you touch can turn to gold, kind of thing. And so the really what these two cards are saying for me, Lee, is that whatever this is, if you start taking moves towards this goal or idea that you have, everything like you're going to be walking the golden path to worldly success. Like this will be successful, especially if you take your time and you put the work into it. So, but you got to get started first. So, get started, get planting those seeds. And then, like I said, with that King of Pentacles, like this is like, if you put the work into it, and especially if you put loving work into it, you're going to produce something that is absolutely beautiful. So I hope that is helpful for you today, Lee. Next, we have Divinity. Let's see what is going on for Divinity today. Hmm. Lee says, thank you, Kim. You are very welcome, Lee. All right. So for you this morning, Divinity, we have the moon, and we have the Three of Earth, which would be the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles, this can be a card of public recognition. And you have the moon card as well. So like the moon can be mystery, illusion, things that are kind of unseen. And so I kind of feel it kind of feels with this moon card that perhaps there's something kind of you that you've been working on, divinity, but you've kind of been doing it unseen. Like you've kind of been doing it quietly in the background, not really telling anybody about it. But I feel like, and again, I don't know that it's today or this weekend. Like I really don't. With the fact that you have the moon here, I kind of feel like this still needs to be kept quiet for a little while until you have like all your ducks in a row kind of is what's coming through here. But with that Three of Pentacles, whatever this is that you are working on, divinity, once it does uh become illuminated, once you do put it out for people to see, again, I feel like you are going to get like a lot of recognition for a job very well done. So I would encourage you to keep working on what you're working on at Divinity, and you will know when it's the right time to bring it to light. So I hope that is helpful for you today, Divinity. All right. Next, we have Doreen. Let's see what's going on for Doreen today. Actually, just for a sec, I'm going to take off my sweater, guys. Sorry, it's just a little bit warm. And Divinity says, thank you. You are very welcome, Divinity. All right. Doreen, let's see what's going on for you today. So for you this morning, Doreen, we have uh, the Three of Swords, and we have the Queen of Water, which would be the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to start with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Water, um, she is all about valuing feelings and emotions. And again, I know with what you guys are kind of doing this weekend, that there are probably going to be um, a lot of emotions. There's going to be some sadness. I would say there's probably going to be some tears, but I always say, first of all, tears are not necessarily a bad thing. Tears can actually be extremely healing, extremely cleansing. Both physically and for the soul, right? Like tears are a release. And sometimes we just need to let those tears flow. And again, you need to allow yourself to feel your feelings, right? Like don't like I'm getting the message, Doreen, like don't try to put on a brave face, don't try to put on a brave front. Allow yourself to truly feel the feelings. And again, you don't have to hold on to these feelings. That's why Spirit is asking you to really feel them. Feel them so that you can then let them go and not hold them in your body. And then you also have the Three of Swords. And yes, the Three of Swords can also represent sadness and heartbreak. But for me, it's always my card of forgiveness. So I would say that there is something that needs to be forgiven, whether you feel like that you have done wrong somehow, Doreen, and that you need to forgive yourself. Or I feel like, this could be related to, yes, your son, and that there could be something that perhaps some anger or some hurt that you are holding on to, that spirit is really asking you to forgive and release that. And again, just anything surrounding this situation, anything that needs to be forgiven, anything that needs to be released, really value that this weekend, Doreen. Really value those feelings, really value those emotions, and really, really allow yourself to pull those swords out of your heart and really, truly experience forgiveness. So I hope that is helpful for you today, Doreen. Next, we have Bev. Let's see what is going on for Bev today. So for you this morning, Bev, whoops, all right, we had two jumpers, so we're going to take both of those for you. And then we will pull one from the 1909. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start. So you have the 10 of air, the justice card, and these are the two that jumped out for you this morning, Bev. And then you also have the ace of swords. So I am going to start with the 10 of air for you this morning. So the 10 of air would be the same as the 10 of swords in the traditional tarot. And, like the 10 of swords is kind of like, something being dead, done, and over with. Like it's the end of a difficult situation. It is just, it's over. And when you get the 10 of air, the 10 of air really asks you to embrace the change. Change isn't always easy, change isn't always fun, change isn't always fair. But it is much easier to on ourselves if we can embrace the changes that are going on around you. I would also say to you too, um, look for the blessings. Like sometimes the 10 of swords can be a card of blessings in disguise. So even though things are changing and there's a lot of changes going on, And again, some of them might not be very pleasant, but through all of that, see if you can find that silver lining. See if you can find those blessings that are still there. And then you also have the Justice card, and this is a card of actually both the Justice card and the Ace of Swords can be cards of balance. So, as you embrace these changes, I would expect things to get better. First of all, like the Ace of Swords is a card of victory, and it is a card of success. So, like, I would say, like, embracing the change is going to be very important for you, Bev. Um, and it will embracing the change will make things better, and it will bring things back into balance for you. But also with that Ace of Swords there, this Ace of Swords is can represent to having clear, sharp vision, right? So again, I would, you know, aces represent new beginnings too. So I would get clear with yourself, very clear with yourself, where it is that you want to go from here. Because again, anytime we have an ending, we also experience a new beginning. So again, and you've got the ending and the beginning in the same reading. So again, I would definitely embrace these changes, even if they are difficult. Things will get better and things will balance out. So I hope that is helpful for you today, Bev. All right. Next, we have Debbie. Let's see what's going on for Debbie today. So for you this morning, Debbie, we have the Strength card and we have the Empress. So I'm going to start with the Strength card for you this morning, Debbie. The Strength card is this is about your inner strength. This is about overcoming your inner critic, and I feel like your inner critic, uh, not just today, but I feel like that inner critic maybe has been popping up quite a bit for you lately, Debbie. So Spirit is really asking you to conquer that inner critic. Like, don't allow that inner critic to win. And with the Empress, I would say the best way to fight back against this inner critic, Debbie, is by loving on yourself so hard. Like nurture and care for yourself, and talk nicely to yourself. Again, we are often so critical and so hard on ourselves. Really, like a message for you today, Debbie, is that you really need to talk nicer to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Show yourself a little bit of love. I would do some self love work today, Debbie. If you can, again, like I said, really nurture yourself. Like spend some time, look in the mirror, and tell yourself that you love yourself. And I know that can be weird. It can be awkward to do. But try it. Like every time you walk by a mirror today, just look in the mirror and say, Debbie, I love you. And then keep doing what you are doing. But take that moment just to acknowledge your self love today, Debbie. I feel like that is going to be hugely important for you. So I hope that is helpful for you today, Debbie. All right. Next, we have Bay. And it looks like if nobody else joins the live, then it looks like Bay will be the last person for today. So let's see what's going on for Bay today. Okay, so for you this morning, Bay, we have the Page of Pentacles, And we have the Emperor. So I'm going to start with this Emperor for you this morning, Bay, just because first of all, I find it interesting because I know a lot of your readings and a lot of the cards that you have been, that I have been pulling for you, that you've been getting in your readings recently have been very much of the divine feminine nature, right? Where, I mean, the Emperor, he represents the divine masculine. So again, we both, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. We all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine within us, right? So I feel like your divine masculine is coming out today and probably this weekend, Bay. Like, so the Emperor for me, I call it my boss like energy, right? So spirit is asking you to boss up on something, right? So take control, take charge of something in your life. And with this Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles can be a card of studiousness, right? It can be a card of learning. So I almost feel like you need to boss up in a way, and take charge as far as learning is concerned. Whether, like, it almost feels like there could be some sort of, like, whether you want to go back to school, or there's a course that you want to take or a class that you want to take. um, Perhaps there's a spiritual program that you are interested in, something along those lines. If there's something like that that you have been thinking about, Bay, the Emperor is really encouraging you to, yes, uh, you know, take charge of that, go for it, and, start the learning process. So I hope that is helpful for you today, Bay. Alrighty, that looks like everybody for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, share with your friends. All the fun YouTube stuff. It does help out the channel, and I do really appreciate it, as I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.